So I watched Captain America: Brave New World, and I got bad news. It's not good. It's pretty bad, actually. This is another big miss for the MCU. The biggest problem this film has for me is that it is pointless and it's just completely inconsequential because, well, I mean that literally as well, because nothing that happens in this movie has any effect whatsoever in, future movies, or it doesn't lead to the next event. There's no serious repercussions or consequences. It's all solved in this movie. And, this probably sounds like a big spoiler, but I don't care, because this is not a movie I would suggest people to waste their money to see in the theatres for. The action is drab, the pacing is terrible, it never stops to breathe between the action scenes, but it also somehow feels boring in a way. It's hard to explain, but it's breakneck pace, but also very exhausting. This is a really seriously visually ugly film as well. I mean, some of the shots in this are just so nasty on the eyes, it's unbelievable. It's not a good sign, when your Disney Plus show looks better than your movie. Credit where credit's due, Anthony Mackie is very good in this. It's clear he cares about the character, and he's fighting tooth and nail to save this movie. Harrison Ford and Carl Lumbly are both just surprisingly great as well, and they're trying way too hard for a movie like this. Giancarlo Esposito, he's always a treat to watch, even though, he's basically been typecast as this kind of menacing villain role since Breaking Bad. The actress from a certain country who served in a certain military that is currently included in multiple extremely controversial topics that I am not qualified enough to comment on, she is terrible. I mean, it's one of the worst performances in the MCU. I mean, add to the fact that, she has no relevance to the plot whatsoever. So, she's genuinely a completely pointless character. She doesn't need to be in the movie. It changes nothing. But yeah, this is just a big nothing burger of a film. It's the things happen, and they are dealt with in this movie. And there's no consequences for any of their actions. So, so little happens in this film, actually, that the post-credit scene is literally just one of the characters saying, future villains are coming to attack this world. Yeah, because if it didn't do that, this film, otherwise, it's just completely pointless. There's no setup, there's nothing if they didn't do that post-credit scene. Anthony Mackie deserves better than this. Captain America: Brave New World gets 2 stars out of 5. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, and I'm still pretty disappointed. And yeah, that's all I got.